Hey there, mobile learning folks. Coming to you from down the street a little ways. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the kinds of things that Jim Matthews and I got to write about in that GeoCames and GeoPlay uh, article, book chapter, whatever. Um, and, the whole motivation for us is understanding and cultivating our place as individuals within the local places and communities that we're a part of or find ourselves in. And for me, it comes back to a deep-seated realization of the importance of local place, not as something that you care about over there, but in terms of like deciding who you are, deciding what possibilities you find in life. So much of it is wrapped up in where you are and who's around you. And the thing about communities is, at least for me, I've been struck in this adulthood part of life that they're mysterious. The world is hard to get to know, and one of the things that I think this ethos of sort of using phones and things as connected devices, making it our business to go out into the world, is to make it more possible, easier to find your way within the world, to find that meaning that is so often hidden within it. I wanted to come and walk around because there's some real simple examples. Let's take these markings on the street. Do you see them? There's a yellow one and a blue one, and they're kind of all over the place. Oh, there's a green one. Now those markings. Those are information. Yeah, they mean something. Do you know what they mean? Maybe that can be a quiz. They're in the LMS. But someone can come across those markings and they see them, but that doesn't mean that they know what they are. And beyond the idea of a quiz, it doesn't give them a connection to why they're there, what it represents, why they could or should or might care about it or be involved with it. And that's obviously a very simple example, but there's lots of other ones, like what kind of tree is behind me? Do we know the names for trees? I find that my students very infrequently know the names of the most common trees in our neighborhood, let's say. And I didn't know when I was a kid either. It was only when I grew a little bit older and developed a thirst for these kinds of things that I wanted to know about. And it's not just physical things. It's not just the natural world, although the natural world, I think, is an often ignored part of it. For instance, there's all this social stuff, right? The worlds that we're a part of are social worlds, not just physical worlds. And those can be as hidden, as invisible, as impenetrable to outsiders as any of the natural phenomena that we're a part of. And so I am hoping that trying to do some innovation that maybe people would see as, something fancy having to do with mobile devices and augmented reality and all that business would actually give me a chance to myself, both as the designer and teacher of these things, give me a chance to get to know that world in a deeper way, to get to know the people around me in a more interleaved and complicated sense, but also give those people who are my students, who are learning with me, a chance to do that as well. And I've found that to be exciting for almost 20 years now. It never gets boring, and just going out into the world gives you a chance to do some of these things. And if the phone can be an excuse why we get to go outside instead of staying in the classroom all day, then usually that's about enough for me. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you about this because what about the world around you? What are some of the things that you know about that are hidden from a lot of the people who you commingle with, or from, let's say, the young people you know? In what ways are those contexts hidden or invisible to the people who walk through them constantly? And what would it mean for them to find a reason to start to get to know those things, to start to care? What are some of the things that you find that you've not found your way into yet and would like to know more about? What are the things that you're looking for a way to unhide around you? So these discussions can take lots of forms. One could be just showing us some of the cool things that are around you, or the confusing things that are around you, or some of the things that you've always wondered about that are right outside your door, or maybe on your commute or somewhere else. And I hope that this gets us going, thinking about the side of mobile learning's many faces. That one face where the mission is to use this stuff to dig into the world and develop a deeper connection to it. Talk to you again soon.